Ratio and proportion, one of the very important topic, and it comes under business mathematics. Okay, fine. So today we will discuss ratio and proportion, first chapter of business mathematics. So those are the tricks, 5 tricks, and in between also I will explain you the tricks how to calculate squares and cubes if time permits. Okay. First, what is ratio? Comparison of two similar quantities is called as ratio. For example, we can compare the rates, the price of the onions of one market with the price of first market with another market onions. Similar. We cannot compare the price of onions with the price of tomatoes in another market. We cannot compare the age of the students with the salary of the teachers. We cannot compare the height of the students with the salary of the teachers. Means we can compare only the similar quantities. Similar quantities, magnitude, quantities, size of 2 or more quantities of the same kind by division. For example, let us assume that the salary of one teacher is A, another faculty is B. So A is to B. This is also written as A by B. This is a representation of ratio. A is to B. A is to B. We will call it as A is to B, and it is also written as A by B or A by B. This is ratio. Ratio means comparison of two similar quantities is called as ratio. And if A is one quantity and B is another quantity, then A is to B is called as ratio, where A is called as antecedent. So if you take A is to B, A is called as antecedent. For example, if it is 4 is to 5, then 4 is said to be antecedent, or it is also said to be first term. Whatever the numbers are present or whatever the values are present in the ratio are called the terms of the ratio. Terms of the ratio. If it is first term, then first term or antecedent. First term, it is also called as antecedent. And if you take A is to B, then B is called as consequent. It is also called as second term. For example, if you take 7 is to 9, then 9 is called as consequent. 9 is called as consequent or denominator or second term. Second term. Okay. And ratio is expressed in lowest terms. Lowest terms means, for example, if it is 10 is to 20, this is not a ratio. 10 is to 20. We will take as, we will divide with 10. So 1 is to 2. This 1 is to 2 is called as the lowest form. So this 1 is to 2 is called as a ratio. It's called as a ratio, where 1 is called as antecedent and 2 is called as a consequent. We have to write lowest form. We always take only one factor which divides both the numbers. Here we have taken 10, which divides 10 and 20. If you have taken 40, 60, then first 10, 0, 0 we can cancel. 2 times, 3 times. Only with one number we have to divide. So 2 is to 3 is the lowest form of 40 is to 60. So 2 is called as antecedent and 3 is called as a consequent. Order of the terms in the ratio is important. For example, if the ratio is 4 is to 3, this is not equal to 3 is to 4. Means if the 4 is in first term, we have to keep in first term only. 4 is to 3 is not equal to 3 is to 4. Order of the ratio is very important. So If the digits are in first term, you have to write in first term, second term. If you have to write in second term. Next, ratio exists only between quantities of the same kind. Means, I already told you, we can compare the prices of onions, or we can compare the power of horse, one horse with the power of another horse. Or we cannot compare the capability of horse with the capability of human being. So only same kind only we can compare. And quantities to be compared by division must be in the same unit. For example, 2 kgs cannot be compared with 4 kg, 4 grams. You have to take 2000 grams is to 4 grams. This only we can compare. So same units you have to take. If you consider 2 kilometers and 5 meters, this 5 meters you have to convert into kilometers, or you have to convert kilometers into meters. If they have given 40 minutes and 30 seconds, then convert 40 minutes into 30 into seconds, means 40 into 60 is to 30. This is the way you have to consider only same units, and order is important, and same kind only we have to consider. Next, there is a question is present. See, I have taken all the questions from ICAI material only. So you can download all the material from online, that is paper 3. If you type material for paper 3 CA Foundation, you will get the PDFs. I have taken all the questions from the material only. Okay, and whatever the solutions which are present in the textbook will not be same with my explanation. I will use maximum shortcut methods. Maybe some questions will be similar, but maximum questions I will go with the shortcut methods only. Okay, see here, Raunak weighs 56.7 kg. If he reduces his weight in the ratio of 7:6, find his new weight. So first age of the Raunak is 7, then he reduces to 6. What they have given? Already they have given 56.7 kg is a weight. So 7 parts is equal to 56.7. Then what I need to calculate? New weight means 6 parts. 6 parts is equal to how much? 7 how many times? 8.1, that is 48.6. Next, comparison of ratios. So if, for example, they have given 3:4 and 5:6, which is more, 3:4 or 5:6? Or if they have given 3:1/4 and 5:6/7, 5:7. These are 2 ratios. Then what will be the highest value? What will be the greater value? What will be the lesser value? So this is the next model. Next, if numerators and denominators are not equal, then equate numerators and denominators. For example, if you take any ratio 3/4 and 5/7, these are 2 ratios where 3/4, 4 and 7 not equal, 3 and 5 not equal. Then we will equate if denominators are equal. If denominators are equal, for example, I am taking same ratio 3:4 and 5:7. I want to know which ratio is greater. So take 3/4 and 5/7. I want to equate the denominators. If I want to equate the denominators, take the LCM of denominators. What is the LCM? 4, 7. 4, 7 means, as it's a co-prime number, means the HCF, highest common factor, is same. Means, for example, if we take 4 and 7, what are the factors of 4? 1 we can divide 4. 2 we can divide 4. And what are the factors of 7? 1 and 7. What is the common factor among these? Only 1. If the common factor is 1, then we say that these are co-prime numbers. If co-prime numbers are there, then The LCM is product of them. So 7 into 4. So this will become 28 is the LCM. Next 4 how many times? 7 times. 7, 3 is the 21. This will become 7, denominator will be same 28, 4 times. Okay. First you have to take the LCM in order to equate the denominator. Now whatever the numerator which have the greater value will be the greatest. So 3 by 4 is greater than 5 by 7. First you have to take the LCM. Then we have to equate the denominators. Then compare the numerators. The value which is highest value is the greatest fraction or the greatest ratio. If you take same example 3 by 4 and 5 by 7. I want to equate the numerator. Means take the LCM of numerator. 3 and 5 will be the 15 as it is co-prime numbers. Co-prime numbers means I already told HCF, highest common factor 1. So 15. So here numerator will be 15. 3 how many times? 5 times. 5 4s are 20. And 5 how many times? 3 times. So 15. 3 7s are 20. Now compare the denominator. Whatever the least is highest. If denominators are equal, then greatest will be greatest. If numerators are equal, greater will be lesser and lesser will be greater. This is the answer. Try to do this one to find which ratio is greater. First, this is mixed fraction. Convert into normal fraction. So, how to convert? 3 into 2, 6, 6 plus 1, 7, sorry, 7 by 3 is 2. 3 into 3, 9, 9 plus 1, 10 by 3. So, here the ratio will become 7 is to 10 because the denominators are equal. So, obviously we can take. Next is 3.6 and 4.8. So 3.6. So 36 by 48. So 12 3s are 12 4s are. So this ratio will become 3 is to 3 is to 4. So first ratio will become 7 by 10. Second ratio will become 3 by 4. So I am taking the denominators equal. What is the value? 10 4. LCM will be, we can take in this way also 4 10. 2 times 2 5 times. So 5 2s are 10, 10 2s are 20. Or take the bigger number. Among those, take the bigger number. What is 10? So take the multiples of 10. 10 ones are 10. Is it divisible by 4? No. 10 2s are 20. Is it divisible by 4? Yes. So 20 is the LCM. Means choose the biggest number. Find the multiples of it. The least multiple which is divisible by all the given numbers is said to be LCM. So 10 2 times 2, 7 times 14. This will be 14 20. 4 5 times 15 by 20. So what is the greater? So 15 by 20 is the greater value. So 3 by 4 means 3.6 is to 4.8 is the greater value. 1 by 3 is to 1 by 8 is to 1 by 6. Simplify the ratio. This is the fraction you have to convert into integers format. Integers format. In order to convert into integers format, first take the LCM of 3, 8, 6. How to calculate? Take the highest number 8. Is 8 is divisible by 3 or 6? No. 8 2s are 16. Is it 16 is divisible by 3? No. 8 3s are 24. Yes. 24 is the LCM which is divisible by 3 and 6 and 8. So 24 is the LCM, least common multiple. This is the least number which is divisible by all the number or which is multiple, common multiple for all the number. 3 how many times? 8 times. 8 how many times? 3 times. 6 how many times? 4 times. This is the simplest form. Next, please try to do this one. The ratio of the number of boys to the number of girls is boys to the girls. They have given as 3:5. Total how many students are there? 720 students are there. And if 18 new girls are added, so 18 new girls are added, admitted in the school. Find how many new boys may be admitted so that the ratio of number of boys to the girls will become 2:3. 2:3. So for this, first, what is the sum? 3 plus 5, 8 parts is equal to 720. Then 8 how many times? 9. 90. So 1 part is equal to 90. Then boys will be 3 parts means how much? 270. And girls will be 5 parts means 450. Okay. One method we can do here. Boys is 270 and girls is 450. So 270 initial boys are there. I have added some boys and girls are 450 initial. I have added 18 girls. Then this ratio becomes 2/3. We can do cross multiplication. You will get answer. This will become 3 sevens are 2, 810 plus 36, 900 plus 36. Then 900 minus 810. So it will be 90, 90 plus 36. 90 plus 36, 126. So x is equal to 126/3. This is 42. So 42 boys are there. So this is the one method. Second method is, see, 450 girls are there in the previous. So now 450 plus 18 added, this will become 468. So this 3 parts is equal to 468. Then what I need to calculate? 2 parts is equal to how much? 2 parts is how much? 3 1 time, 3 5 10, 3 6 time. 156 into 2. 150 plus 150, 300. 300 plus 12, 312. This is new one. 270 is previous one. So how much added is equal to 42 numbers. So this is new one, 312, and the previous one is 270. How many students are added? Boys means 42. 312 minus 270, 42. You can do either this way or you can do this method. Next, inverse ratio. The concept of inverse ratio. For example, if the ratio is A:B, then inverse ratio is 1/A:1/B. That will become B:A. If A:B is the inverse ratio, then B:A. A:B is the ratio, then inverse ratio of A:B is B:A. Means if I multiply A:B, A/B, B/B, A, you will get 1. Means one ratio is the inverse of another if their product is 1. Means A/B inverse ratio is B/A. Why? If you multiply with B/A only, you will get 1. Then this is said to be inverse ratio or reciprocal ratio. If antecedent is equal to consequent, means 3:3, this is called ratio of equality. Ratio of equality. If antecedent is greater than consequent, means ratio of greater inequality. 4:1. 4:1. 4:7, where antecedent is less than consequent, this is called as lesser inequality. For example, if A:B is one ratio, Then duplicate ratio means A square is to B square. A square is to B square. Means 4 is to 5. Duplicate ratio is 4 square is to 5 square. That is equal to 16 is to 25. 16 is to 25. Subduplicate ratio means if A and B are two quantities are in the ratio of A is to B, subduplicate ratio means square root of A is to square root of B. Square root of A is to square root of B. For example, what is the subduplicate ratio of 25 is to 16 means square root of 25 is to square root of 16, that is 5 is to 4. And tell me, what is the subduplicate ratio of 64 is to 81? 8 is to 9. Good. Duplicate means duplicate the ratio. We will multiply the same ratio with same ratio itself. Duplicate ratio. Subduplicate ratio. Just a square root. Square root. Triplicate ratio. For example, A is to B is one ratio. Then triplicate ratio means A cube is to B cube. And for example, 3 is to 4, triplicate ratio means 27 is to 64. Please try to learn all the squares up to 25. You have to learn the squares up to 25 and cubes up to 15. Squares up to 25 and cubes up to 15. Next, a subtriplicate ratio means if A is to B is one ratio and subtriplicate ratio means cube root of A is to cube root of B. Means cube root means A root of 1 by 3. A of 1 by 3 is B to the power of 1 by 3. For example, if you take 8 is to 27, what is the subtriplicate ratio means 2 is to compound ratio means, for example, A is to B, one ratio, C is to D, another ratio, E is to F is three ratios. Then compound ratio means just multiply the antecedent and the consequence, means ACE by BDF. What is the compound ratio of 3 is to 4 and 5 is to 7? Means 3 into 5 by 4 into 7. Continued ratio, for example, if it is 100, 200, 400. What is the continuous ratio means? 400. Means 100 is to 200 is to 400. That is equal to 1 is to 2 is to 4. This is continuous ratio. Continuous ratio is a relation or comparison between the magnitude of 3 or more quantities of the same kind. The continuous ratio of 3 same point. A, B, C is written as A is to B is to C. Next, if the ratio of two similar quantities can be expressed as a ratio of two integers, the quantities are said to be commensurable quantities. For example, if root 3 is to root 2 is there, can we represent in integers? Integers means the number should be minus infinity to plus infinity. Minus infinity to plus infinity. 1, 2, 3, 4 or minus 5, minus 6. Can we implement root 3 into root 2? No. So that's why this is called incommensurable quantities. Incommensurable quantities. Or if you take 25 is to 13, this is commensurable quantities. Next up. The monthly incomes of two persons are in the ratio of 4 is to 5. They have given incomes. How much? 4 is to 5. This is one of the very, very important problem. And I will going to explain with the shortcut methods. Expenditure they have given 7 is to 9. Savings what they have given? Rupees 50. What is saving? Income minus expenditures, you will get savings. income minus expenditures is 7. For example, if you take 4 minus 7, you will get 3. 5 minus 9, you will get 4. Is 3 and 4 equal? No. So we cannot equate with 50. So what we have to do is, income will become, take the difference of second ratio. What is second ratio difference? 7, 9, 2. Multiply the first ratio on both sides with 2. This will become 8 and 10. And expenditures will become, this I need to calculate. Take the ratio of difference of first ratio. So 1. 1 into 7 is to 9. So this will become 7 is to 9. So what is the difference? 1 is to 1. So one part is equal, they have given what? 50 rupees. Savings is 50 rupees. What I need to calculate? Incomes. We have to consider this only. We should not consider these values, because we have changed these values to these in order to equate the savings. So 8 parts is equal to how much? 400. 80 into 50. Next, 10 parts into 50 means 500. So 400 and 500 is the answer. So exercise 1.8, please try to do first question. What is the inverse ratio of 11 is to 15? Okay, good. 15 is to 11. Good. Try to do next one. The ratio of two quantities is 3 is to 4. If the antecedent is 15, antecedent is 15 means what is the consequent? D. So 3 how many times? 5 times you will get 15. 4 how many times? 5 means 20. 20 is the answer. Good. The ratio of the quantities is 5 is to 7. The consequent of its inverse ratio is 5. Inverse ratio is 7 is to 5. Consequent is given 5. Then what is will be antecedent? 7. What about fourth question? Just to multiply, that's it. Compounded ratio 2 by 3 into 9 by 4 into 5 by 6 into 8 by 10. 3 times, 3 2 times, 2 2, that cancel. 4 2 times, 5 2 times. So answer is 1 is to 1. Option A. Duplicate ratio of 3 is to 4. Duplicate. Just 3 square is to 4 square. What is the value? 9 is to 16. Option C. What is subduplicate ratio? Just square root of 25, square root of 36. 5 is to 6. Triplicate means just a cube root of it. 2 cube is to 3 cube. That is 8 is to 9. Subtriplicate means cube root of 8 is to cube root of 27. Means what? Cube root of 8, 2. 27 cube root, 3. So 2 is to 3. The ratio compounded of 4 by 9. Compounded means product. 4 by 9. So 4 by 9 is multiplied. The duplicate ratio of 3 is to 4. Duplicate ratio means 9 by 16. So 9 9 get cancelled. So answer is 1 is to 4. Duplicate ratio means square of it. The triplicate ratio of 2 is to 3. Only for 2 is to 3 you have to take triplicate ratio. 9 is to 7 is not necessary to take triplicate ratio. Only normal 9 is to 7. So what is the answer? The ratio compounded of, so 4 by 9, compounded means into. Duplicate ratio of 3 is to 4 means 9 by 16. And triplicate ratio of 2 is to 3 means 8 by 27 into 9 by 7. What is the answer? 9 9 get cancelled. 4 4s are, 4 2s are, 9 3s are. So answer is 2 is to 21. Option C is the correct answer. The ratio compounded of duplicate ratio of 4 is to 5 means 4 square by 5 square into triplicate ratio 1 cube by 3 cube. And subduplicate ratio means square root of 81 square root of 256 into subtriplicate means subtriplicate cube root of 125 by cube root of 512. So this is 16 by 25, 1 by 27, 8, 9 by 16, 5 by 8. So 16 get cancelled. 5 5s are 25. 9. How many times? 3 is are. So 1 is to 120. So option is none of these. It will be tricky. They have given A by B is equal to 3 by 4 they have given. I need to calculate 2A plus 3B by 3A plus 4B. They have given A by B is equal to 3 by 4. So you have to use this A by B is equal to 3 by 4 in this value to get this total. So here 2A plus 3B is there. Divide the numerator by B and denominator by B. So this will become 2A by B. Then 3B by B become 3 only. This will become 3A by B. I am dividing numerator and denominator by B in order to get A by B. So 2 3 by 4. A by B they have given 3 by 4. And 3 by 4. This will become 6. So 6 LCM will be 4. 4 into 3. 12. The numerator will become 6 plus 12 by 4. So 4 you can eliminate because here also 4 will be present. So here 9 plus 16. So answer will be 18 by 24. That is 18 is to 25. Two numbers are in the ratio of 2 is to 3. Two numbers are in the ratio of 2 is to 3. And 4 be subtracted from each. So the ratio will become 3 is to 5. 4 is subtracted from each. So how to calculate? Numbers are 2x, 3x. So 2x, 3x. 4 is subtracted from each. So minus 4, minus 4. This will become 3 by 5. Cross multiply. Then what is the value? 5 into 2, 10x minus 20. 5 into 4, 20. 3 into 3, 9x minus 12. So 10x minus 9x is equal to x. I am taking right hand side 9x to left hand side. So this will become x. Then 20 minus 8. So they have given numbers are. Numbers means 2 into 8, 16. And this one, this will be 3x. And this will be 2x. So option A is the correct answer. The angles of triangle are in the ratio of the sum. You have to add this 11 plus 9, 7, 18, 18 plus 2, 20. So 20 parts they have given 180. Why 180? Sum of the angles. So one part will become 9. So one part will become 9. Then 2 parts is 18. Then 7 parts 63. 11 parts 90. Two is to 7 is to 11. So option is 18 is to 63 is to 99. Division of rupees 324 between x and y is in the ratio of 11 is to 7. Divided into x and y means I have given this 324 rupees, some money to x and some money to y. Their ratio is 11 is to 7. Means maybe I have given 110 rupees, 70 rupees or 11 rupees, 7, like that. I need to calculate exactly amount. So what I have to do, 11 plus 7 how much? 18. 18 parts they have given as 324. 18 how many times? 18 one time. Directly 18 square is 324. 18 square is 324. So one part is equal to 18. So 11 parts into 11 into 18. So must be 8 1 units digit must be 8. Any number units digit 8? No. So obviously option D is the correct answer. Without doing also you can keep. 18 ones are 18. 198 this will be. And next is 7 into 18. 126. So no option is there. Option D. Optional checking is also one of the very important method in MCQ. 7 hours 80 rupees per hour. How much? 80 by 7 is to 90 by 12. This way 80 by 7, 12 by 90. So 32 is to 21 is the answer. They have given difference. Difference means what is the difference here? 3 parts. So 3 parts is equal directly we can take as 105. 1 part is equal to 3 3s are 3 5s 35. So 7 parts is equal to 7 parts means 7 into 35. So every option is consists of units. You can eliminate this option 5. So 245 and 10 parts means 350. So option C is the correct answer. 18th one. Okay, fine. See, there are 3 cities are P, Q, and R. What they given? The ratio of the average temperatures between P and Q. So P is to Q, they have given as 11 is to average temperature. And between P and R, so average temperature between P and R is given as 9 is to 8. I need to calculate the ratio between the average temperature of Q and R. So Q is present here and R is present here. I need to add all these. So P, Q, R I should get. So for that, see here P is to Q. Here in first equation P and second equation P is same. So make sure that P should be at middle. So this will become 12 is to 11 and P is to R means 9 is to 8. See here P I am taking equal value. Wherever equal value is there, common variable is present. If common variable is present, keep at middle. Keep at middle. And exactly below that, keep 9. There are different methods are there in order to calculate this one. Multiply 12 into 9 and 11 into 9 and 11 into 8. This is the method. 12 into 9, 108. 11 into 9, 99. 11 into 8, 88. 2 P is to R. I need to calculate QR. You cannot cancel. 108 is to 88. Q is 108 and R is 88. So 2 5s are 2 4s are 2 44s are 2 2s are 2 7s are 22. So 27 is to 22. Is this option? Or you can go with second method. See, 12 is to 11 and 9 is to 8. Here another letter is not present, so keep 11 same. Here also another number is not present, keep 9 same. So 12 9s are 108 and 11 9s are 99 and 11 8s are 88. Same in this way. And third, 12 is to 11 and 9 is to 8. Okay. Take the LCM of P, 11, 9. What is the LCM? 11 into 9. 11 how many times 9? 9 times. So 12 nines are 198. So 11 nines are 11 nines are 99 LCM. And 9 how many times? 11 times. 11 eights are 88. These are the three methods. X by y is equal to 3 by 4. I need to calculate x square y plus xy square by x cube plus y cube. Tomorrow, everybody should by heart the formulas of a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square, which you have already learned from 8th class, a plus b whole cube, a minus b whole cube. You can directly Google search, you will get images, a cube minus b cube, a to the power of 4 plus b to the power of 4, and a to the power of 4 minus b to the power of 4, a square minus b square, a square plus b square. These are the formulas mandatory to learn. Okay, and try to learn tables. I already told you squares up to 25 and cubes up to 15. Tables up to 20. These are the mandatory things you have to learn for business mathematics or any competitive exam. Take common xy from this. Xy is common. Then what will be the remaining? X in the first and y in the next. So a cube plus b cube formula is a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. This is the formula. Formula is a cube plus b cube. Formula is a plus b. Here plus is there, plus you have to keep. Then a square minus ab plus b square. Or there is another formula is there as a cube plus b cube. Then a plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. These are the two formulas for this. So x plus y will cancel. Then xy by x square minus xy plus y square will be remaining. If we divide numerator by xy, denominator by xy, then it will become 1 by, this will become x square by xy, then x by y, this will become 1 plus y by x. Then 1 by x by y, they have given 3 by 4 minus 1 plus y by x means 4 by 3. Calculate this one. 1 by LCM is 12. So first one will become 4, 3 times 3, 9, minus 12, this will become 1 by 1. Then 3, 4 times 4 4s are 16. So minus 12 plus 16, 4. So 13. 30 by 12, it will become 12 by 13. If you reciprocal it, then it will become 12 by 13. So option P is the correct answer. If P by Q is the subduplicate ratio of P minus x square, P minus x square by Q minus x square, this, for this subduplicate ratio is equal to P by Q, they have given. Then find x square. P minus x square by Q minus x square. Take this root to right hand side, then will become P square by Q square. Cross multiply. This will become PQ square minus x square q square is equal to p square q minus p square x square. As they have asked x square, keep x square at one part. Take p square q square this side. So p square x square minus x square q square is equal to p square q minus pq square. If I take common x square, then this will become, if I take pq common from this, then p minus q it will be here, p square minus q square, then the q plus p or p plus q and p minus q. So p minus q will be cancelled. So pq by p plus q or q plus p, whatever. A plus b is equal to b plus a. A plus b or b plus a, the same only. If 2s is to 3t is the duplicate ratio of 2s minus p by 3t minus p. The duplicate ratio means this is the duplicate ratio of this one. So how to calculate? What I need to calculate? The duplicate ratio of 4:3 means what we have written? 4 square is to 3 square. So what they have given? The duplicate ratio of 2s minus p. 2s minus p. So 2s minus p whole square by 3t minus p whole square is equal to 2s by 3t. So calculate this one. Just cross multiply. So first a minus b whole square. So a square minus 2ab. This is into 2ab plus b square by a square minus 2ab plus b square is equal to 2s by 3t. Then what is the value? 4s square minus 2 into 2, 4, 4sp plus p square into 3t is equal to 3 square means 2s into 9t square minus 6tp plus 3s square t. So this will become 12t square minus, I am multiplying 3t with each and every element. Then this will be 12 s p t plus 3tp square, 2 into 9, 18 st square minus 12 stp plus 2sp square. 2sp square. If you take this one, minus 12 stp minus 12 stp cancel. So this will be 12t square, and here sp, the remainder will be 12t square plus 3tp square is equal to 18 st square plus 2sp square. 2sp square. 12 t square plus 3tp square is equal to 18 st square plus 2sp square. So I am taking this 2sp square to this side. So 3tp square minus 2sp square is equal to 18 st square minus 12t square. So here, if I take p square common, this will become 3tp minus 2s. Here, if I take common st and 6, I take 6, 3t minus 2 st. So s will be 3t minus 2s. So 3t minus 2s, 3t minus will be cancelled. P square is equal to 6st. So they have given P by Q is equal to 2 by 3 and X by Y is equal to 4 by 5. Then the value of 5px plus 3qy by 10px plus 4qy. Just divide the numerator and denominator by qy. So this will become 5px plus 3qy by 10px plus 4qy. If I divide each by qy, then it will become 5px by qy plus 3qy by qy. I am writing in detail. So 10px by qy and 4qy by, here qy will be cancelled. Here p by q, x by y we can implement. Then this will become 5 into 2 by 3 into 4 by 5 plus 3 by 10 into 2 by 3, 4 by 5, plus this is 5 get cancelled. So 5 2s are. Then here 8 by 3 by 16 by 3 plus 4. This will become 3 will be the LCM. So 8 plus 9 by 16 plus 2. So here 17 by 28. So answer is 17 is to 28, option C. The number which when subtracted from each of the terms of this ratio, 19 is to 31, reducing to 1 is to 4. The number which when subtracted from each of the terms of the ratio, 19 is to 31, reducing it to 1 is to 4. Means find the number so that if I reduce from 19 and 31, we will get the ratio 1 is to 4. What is the number? 19 is to 31 they have given. I need to subtract one number from each term. So I am taking first option. So if I subtract 15 from this, then this will become 4 is to 16. Then 4 ones are 4 fours are. So 1 is to 4. So answer is correct. So option A. It's not necessary to check B, C, D also. Or else you can do in this way also. 19 minus x by 31 minus x, that should give 1 by 4. Cross multiply and find the x value. You will get. Here earnings they have given 4 is to 5. And their daily expenses are in the ratio of 7 is to 9. And each saves 50 rupees. So savings is 50 rupees. Then what is earnings? I need to find. What is saving? Income minus expenditure income minus expenditure will give savings. Income minus expenditure will give savings, or expenditures is equal to income minus savings, or income is equal to expenditures plus savings. Like that you can derive. Income minus expenditure. So let us assume that earnings or income. So each one is saving 50 rupees. So first check 4 minus 7 or 7 minus 4. What you are getting? 3. 9 minus 5, what is you are getting? 4. So is 3 and 4 are equal? No. So you have to equate so that if it is equal, then we can equate to 50 rupees. So in order to equate, then what I have to do is take the difference of second ratio. What is the difference? 7 minus 9 or 9 minus 7 is 2. So income will become 2 into 4 is to 5. Means multiply the first ratio with the difference of the second ratio. Then expenditures will become, take the difference of 4 is to 5. Take the difference of 4 is to 5. 1. So multiply the second ratio with the difference of the first ratio. This will become 2 into 4, 8, 2 into 5, 10. And this will become 7 is to 9. So 1 is to 1 is equal. So directly we can implement one part is equal to 50 rupees. What they have asked? Daily earning. So we should consider this only 8 is to 10. We should not consider 4 is to 5 because we have equated one part with 50 rupees. So 8 part is equal to 400. And what is the value? 10 parts. 10 parts is equal to 500. So answer is 400, 500 means option C. The ratio between the speeds of two trains is 7 is to 8. So they have given speeds is 7 is to 8. If the second train runs 400 kilometers in 5 seconds, 5 hours. So second train distance is 400 and the time is, so what is speed? Distance by time. So 400 by 5. That is equal to 80 kilometers per hour. So exactly this only. This is 80 kilometers per hour. Sorry, 80 kilometers means how many times? 10 times. What they have asked? First 10 into 10. That is equal to 70 kilometers per hour. So option is C. This is actually per hour. It's not LU, per hour. Proportion means equating of two ratios. So equality of two ratios. For example, A is to B is one ratio and C is to D is another ratio. If I say A is to B is equal to C is to D, then this is called A, B, C, D are in proportion. If A, B, C, D are, if they are said to be in proportion, then A is to B is equal to C is to D. This is equal can be written as A is to B as C is to D. A is to B as C is to D. This means A by B is equal to C by D. If I cross multiply, then AD is equal to BC. So proportion means equality of two ratios or equating of two ratios. If A, B, C, D are said to be in proportion, then A is to B is equal to C is to D. Next, these A, B, C, D are said to be terms of ratio, terms of proportion, where A is called as first term, B is called as second term, and C is called as third term, and D is called as fourth terms. A is to B is equal to C is to D. That can be written as A by B is equal to C by D. And this is equal to AD is equal to BC. AD is equal to BC. A and D are said to be extremes. Why extremes? They are present at a extreme end. That's why is called as extreme. So first and fourth terms are called as extremes, and B and C are called as means or middle terms. B and C are means, and product of extremes is equal to product of means. That means AD is equal to BC. Product of extremes is equal to product of means. Product of extremes is equal to product of means. AD is equal to BC. Continuous proportion means, for example, A, B, C, D are said to be in continuous proportion, means A by B is equal to B by C is equal to C by D, means the consequent of the first ratio will become the antecedent of second ratio, or denominator of the first ratio will become the numerator of the second ratio. This is called continuous proportion. Continuous proportion. If A, B, C are said to be in continuous proportion, then A by B is equal to B by C. If you go with the cross multiplication, then it will become B square is equal to AC. B square is equal to AC. This B is called as mean proportional. B is called as mean proportion. Why mean proportion? It is middle value between A and C. Find the mean proportion of 10, 15. If they ask to find the mean proportion of 10 and 15, that means B square is equal to AC, where B is mean proportional. So B is equal to root of AC, means 10 root of 10 into 15. So root of 150. X, Y, Z, W, P, Q are in continuous proportion, then X by Y is equal to Y by Z is equal to Z by W is equal to W by P is equal to P by Q. Or if A, B, C, D, E, F are said to be in continuous proportion, then A by B is equal to B by C is equal to C by D is equal to D by E is equal to E by F. 10 by 3 by X as means is equal to 3 by 2 by 3 by 4. 10 by 3x is equal to 3 by 2 into 4 by 3. 2 2s are. So 10 by 3x is equal to 6 by 3 means 2 only. So x is equal to 10 by 6. So that is 5 by 3. 10 by 3 means 10 by 3x. This is equal to 3 by 2 into 4 by 3. 2 5s are. So x is equal to 5 by 3. Find the fourth proportional. 2 by 3 by comma 3 by 7 comma 4. Find the fourth proportional. So fourth proportional means you have to consider as x. So 2 by 3 by 3 by 7 is equal to 4 by x. So this will become 2 by 3 into 7 by 3 is equal to 4 by x. Please do this one. 2 times. So this will become 7 by 9, 2 by x. So x is equal to 9 into 2, 18 by 7. Find the third proportional. So 2.4, 9.6, and we have to take third proportional, means consider as x value. So what I have to write? 2.4 by 9.6 is equal to 9.6 by x. 24 by 96 is equal to 9.6 by x. So if I need to calculate x values, and 9.6 into 96 by 24. 24 4 times. So this will become 38.4. So answer is 38.4. Find the mean proportion of 1.25 and 1.8. I need to calculate mean proportion, means 1.25, mean means middle, x 1.8. So 1.25 by x by 1.8. Or directly you can take b square is AC and b is equal to square root of AC. Means mean proportional is equal to 1.25 into 1.8. What is the answer? 18 into 5, 90. 18 into 2, 36. 36 plus 5, 45. 18 ones are 18. 18 plus 4, 22. So how many decimal points are there? 3 decimal points. 2.25. Square root of 2.25 means 1.5 is the answer. Is to B is equal to C is to D, then AD is equal to BC. Means if A by B is equal to C by D, we can write as AD is equal to BC. AD is equal to BC. Invertendo. Invertendo means if A by B is equal to C by D, if A by B is equal to C by D, then this will become antecedent and this will become consequent. So B by A is equal to D by C. This is called invertendo. Invertendo means, for example, if it is 1 by 2 and 5 by 10, then we can write as 2 by 1 and 10 by 5. This is equal. Next, if A is to B is equal to C is to D, then A is to C is equal to B is to D. This is alternando. Means if A by B is equal to C by D, then this C will become consequent of the first ratio. So A by C is equal to B by D. This will interchange. A by C is equal to B by D. Next property, componendo means, for example, A by B is equal to C by D they have given. Then by componendo we can write A plus B, means consequent we can add by B. Then C plus D. If 1 by 2 is equal to 5 by 10, then this is equal to 1 by 1 plus 2 by 2 is equal to 5 plus 10 by 10. 15 by 10, 3 by 2. 15 by 10 means if 3 by 2 is equal to 15 by 10, means 5 2s are 5 3s are. So 3 by 2 is equal to 3 by 2. Componendo means addition, and dividendo minus. So if A by B is equal to C by D, we can write it as A minus B by B, A minus B by B, and C minus D by D. Dividendo. For example, 1 by 2 is equal to 5 by 10. Then 1 minus 2 by 2 is equal to 5 minus 10 by 10. This is equal. Means here minus 1 by 2, this will become minus 5 by 10. So this is equal. Componendo and dividendo. Means, for example, A by B is equal to C by D. This can be written as A plus B by A minus B. Componendo we are applying addition, and dividendo subtraction. C plus D by Means, for example, 1 by 2 is equal to 5 by 10 if you take, then we can also write this as 1 plus 2 by 1 minus 2 is equal to 5 plus 10 by 5 minus componendo dividendo. A by B is equal to C by D is equal to E by F. Then we will add antecedents, means A plus C plus E by B plus D plus E F. So addition of sum of antecedents, by sum of consequence. Sum of antecedents by sum of consequence. This is called as addendo property of proportion. What is the fourth proportional? Means last one x you have to consider. So 4 by 6 is equal to 8 by x. So 4 to the means x is equal to 12, 18 x. What is the value of x? So 12 by 18 is equal to 18 by x. So 6 2s are 6, 3s are 2 9s are. So x is equal to 27. So option B. This one mean proportional 25 and 81. 25 81 mean proportional. Just mean proportional means square root of 25 into 81. What is the value of square root of 25 into 81? 25 ones are 25, 5 to carry forward, 25 8s are 200, 2025. Square root of. What is the square root of 2025? 45. How? 45 into 45 I have to do. So any numbers ends with 5. The square of numbers ends with 5. Keep 25. 4 next number? 5. 4 into 5? 20. So 20, 25. So answer is option C. The number which has the same ratio means 26 to 6. Whatever ratio should come, whatever ratio will come, same what number we have to keep here so that we will get the same ratio. 3, but answer is not there. 3, so option is none of these. So what is fourth proportional? They have given 2a, a square, c, and fourth proportional we don't know. So x, assume x. So 2a by a square is equal to c by x. C by x. So here only a will be present. So x is equal to ca by 2 or ac by 2. So option is A. If 4 numbers 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 5 and 1 by x are in proportion, then find x. What I have to do? Let us assume that these are A, B, C, D. So what we can write? A by B is equal to C by D. In the same way we have to write in this way. 1 by 2 by 1 by 3 is equal to 1 by 5 by 1 by x. This will become 3 by 2 is equal to x by 5. 3 by 2 is equal to x by 5. X is equal to 15 by 2. Cross multiply. Then answer is option C. Mean proportional means b square is equal to root AC. This is the formula. So b is equal to root AC. B square is equal to AC or b is equal to root of. So A and C this one. So find b. So root of square root of good 12x square into 27y square. If 2 are there, we can move from root. So x square is there, we can take out 1x. Y square is there, we can take y out. Root of 3 into 4. 4 can be written as 2 square. This is 3q. Next, 2 square is there. You can take 2 outside. Next, 3 to the power of 4. So 3 square we can take outside. So xy. So that is equal to 3 square, 9, 9 into 2, 18, 18 xy. So answer is option A. And next question. So please try to do this one. A is equal to B by 2 is equal to C by 5. So means A by 1. I need to calculate A is to B is to C. I think this we have already discussed while we are dealing with the ratios. Take 2 as one set. So A by 1 is equal to B by 2. So we can write as A by B is equal to 1 by 2. Means 1 is to 2. Then take these two 1. B by C is equal to 2 by 5. C we can keep here 2 by 5. So this means 2 is to 5. As this middle term is equal, then directly we can write 1 is to 2 is to 5. 1 is to 2 is to 5. So answer is option C. A by 3 is equal to B by 4 is equal to C by 7 they have given. Find A plus B plus C by C. What is the answer you have to find? By using this, find first A is to B is to C. This we can write as A by B is equal to 3 by 4 means 3 is to 4. B by 7, B by C means 4 is to 7. So this means 3 is to 4 is to 7. So A means A is to B is to C. A means 3. What they have given? A plus B plus C. So 3 plus 4 plus 7 by C. So 7. That is equal to 14 by 7 means 2. So option is C. One, they have given P by Q is equal to R by S is equal to 2.5 by 1.5. Then I need to calculate PS by QR. Same decimal points in the numerator and denominator. So 5 5s are 5 3s are. So P by Q will become 5 is to 3. And R by S is equal to 5 is to 3. This we can take as P by Q R by S by R is equal to 3 by 5. So this P by Q into S by R only. So P by Q 5 by 3. This is 3 by 5. Means 1 is to. They have given X by Y is equal to Z by W. That is equal to 2.5 by 1.5 means 5 by 3. Then value of X plus Z by Y plus W. I need to calculate. Sum of antecedent, sum of consequence. Addendum. Directly we can take X as 5. 5. So 3 plus 3. So 10 by 6. That is 2 5s are 2 3s are. So answer is 5 by 3. So option is option C. 5x minus 3y by 5y minus 3x they have given as 3 by 4. Find the value of x by y. Divide the numerator by y. So this will become 5x minus 3y by y and denominator also by y. 5y minus 3x by y. This is equal to they have given 3 by 4. So this will become 5x by y minus 3 by 5 minus 3x by y is equal to 3 by 4. If I go with cross multiplication, then this will become 4 into 5, 20xy minus 3 into 4, 12. Next, 3 into 5, 15, minus 3 into 3, 9xy. So if I take this minus 9xy to this side, 20xy plus 9y. So this will become 29xy. So 15. If I take this 12 to that side, then it will become 27. X by y is equal to 27 by 29. None of these is the answer. They have given A is to B is equal to 3 is to 2. And B is to C is equal to 3 is to 5. Then I need to find A is to B is to C. Write B such a way that it should be below B only. So 2. So next 3 into 3. Multiply this one, 9. 2 into 3 is 2, 6. And 2 into 5. This will become 10. This is one method. Second method. A is to B, they have given us 3 is to 2. And B is to C, they have given us 3 is to 5. So as here, I need to calculate A is to B is to C. So here C is not there. So keep whatever the preceding number is there. 2 is there. So keep 2. Here A is not there. 3 here. So 3 into 3, 9 is 2. 3 into 2, 6. 5 into 2, 10. X by 2 is equal to y by 3 is equal to z by 7. 2x minus 5y plus 4z by 2y. I need to calculate. X by 2, y by 3. Find x is to y is to z. So how to calculate x is to y? This will become 2 is to 3. And y is to z. This will become 3 is to 7. So x is to y is to z will become 2 is to 3 is to 7. So they have given x means 2. So what I need to calculate? 2x plus 5. 2 into 2 minus 5 into 3 plus 4 into 7 by 2 into 3. This will become 4 minus 15 plus 28 by 6. So 11 minus 11, 28 minus 11, 17 by 6. They have given x is to y is equal to 2 is to 3 and y is to z is equal to 4 is to 3. Direct question. X is to y is to z is what? So 2 into 4, 8. 3 into 4, 12. 3 into 3. So 8 is to 12 is to 9. No. So none of these is the answer. Division of 750 in 3 parts in the ratio of 4 is to 5 is to 6. What is total? 9 plus 6, 15. 15 parts is equal, they have given 750. What is one part? 15. One part is equal to 50. Then 4 parts, 200. And 5 parts, 250 into 50 into 50. And 6 parts into 50. That is, do this one option. The numbers 14, 16, 35, 42 are not in proportion. So they are not in proportion. The fourth term for which they will be in proportion means what I should keep in fourth term so that these will be in proportion. Proportion means what? 14 by 16 should equal to 35 by 42. So now this is not in proportion. So I have to change this 42 so that it will be proportion. So what I have to keep in the place of 42? 14 by 16, what is the value? 2 sevens are 2 eights are. So here also 7 by 8 should present. So if I take 5 sevens are, so 5 eights are. So 40 should be present. They have given x by y is equal to z by w and y by x is equal to w by z. Implies means this is equal to y by x is equal to w, which property it belongs to. If we change consequent to the antecedent, antecedent to the consequent, means interchanging of consequent and antecedent, or interchanging of the denominator and the numerator is called as, the property is called as invertendo. I told you already, if A, B, C, D are in proportion, means A by B is equal to C by D. Then invertendo is equal to B by A is equal to D by C. If P by Q, they have given P by Q is equal to R by S is equal to P minus R by Q minus S. This is called subtrahendo. For example, A, B, C, D are in proportion, means A by B is equal to C by D. So this will become A plus C by B plus D is called as addendo. A minus C by B minus D is called as subtrahendo. So in the same way, P minus R by Q minus S, differences of numerator and the denominator is called as subtrahendo. A by B is equal to C by D, means they are in proportion. Implies A plus B by A minus B is equal to C plus D by C minus D. What is this process? Okay. Componendo and dividend. What is the property it is? They have given as U by V is equal to W by P. U by V is equal to W by P. Then U minus V by U plus V is equal to W minus P by W plus P. None of these is the answer. 12 by 16 is equal, let us assume that it is x by 20. What is the value of x? So 4 4s are, 4 5s are, 4 3s are, so 5 3s 15. So option is C. They are in proportion. So 4 by x is equal to 9 by, this is one, 13 to 26 plus 1 27. So 27 here. Please calculate and tell me x value. 2 2s are, 9 3s are. So x is equal to 6. The mean proportional between 1.4 grams and 5.6 grams. So 1.4 and 5.6. Mean proportion I need to calculate. Let us assume that it is A. B we don't know. C is 5.6. So B is equal to square root of AC. So means square root of 1.4 into 5.6 I need to calculate. 14 6 are 84. So 14 5s are 70. 70 plus 8 78. So 2 decimal points are 7.84. So answer is 2.8. 28 square is equal to 784. They have given A by 4 is equal to B by 5 is equal to C by 9. I need to calculate A plus B plus C by C. So here from these equations try to find A is to B is to C. Here take two values first. This will become A by 4 is equal to B by 5. Means A by B I can take as 4 by 5, that means 4 is to 5. B by 5 is equal to C by 9. So then this will become B by C is equal to 5 by 9. This can be written as 5 is to 9. So as B is equal, so not necessary to change. So 4 is to 5 is to 9. A means 4, B means 5, and C means 9. 4 plus 5 plus 9 by C is equal to 9. This will become 9 plus 9, 18 by 9, that is equal to 2. 2 means option B is the correct answer. Two numbers are in the ratio of 3:4. There are two numbers are there. They are in the ratio of 3:4. If 6 be added to each term. So if I add 6 to it, then this will become 4:5. Then find the numbers. 3, 4. What is the difference? 1. 4, 5. What is the difference? 1. So directly we can take as 1 part is equal to 6. 1 part is equal to 6. Then initial, what are the ratios of numbers? So 3 parts is equal to, automatically it will be 18, and 4 parts is equal to into 6 into 6, 24. So 18, 24. Option C is the correct answer. A by 4 is equal to B by 5. Then what can be right? Implement the component and dividend, where it will be A plus 4 by A minus 4 is equal to B plus 5 by B minus 5. So option B is the correct answer. A by B is equal to 4 by 1. They have given. Then what is the value of A by B plus root of B by A? Means 4 by 1, A by B, 4 by 1 plus B by A means 1 by 4. What is the value? Square root of 4 means 2. This will become 2 by 1 plus this will become 1 by 2. So take LCM 2. 1 2 is 4 plus 1. It is 5 by 2. 5 by 2 means option A is the correct answer. Assume A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, and C is equal to 3. Then do this. You will get an answer. So this will become x by 2 plus 3 minus 1 is equal to y by 3 plus 1 minus 2 is equal to z by 1 plus 2 minus 3. This total will become x by 5 minus 1, 4, and y by 4 minus 2, 2, and z by 3 minus 3, 0. If we take x is to y is to z, then you will get 4 is to 2 is to 0. Directly we can take x value 4, y value 2, and z value 0. Or else you can calculate in this way also. X by y is equal to 4 by 2, and y by z is equal to 2 by 0. Then 4 is to 2, 2 is to 0. 4 is to 2 is to 0. Keep in this b minus c. B minus c means 2 minus 3 into 4 plus 3 minus 1 into 2. So a minus b into z means 0. It's not necessary to calculate. So minus 1 into 4, minus 4. Here 2 plus 4. So plus 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. So answer is option P.